Hello, Tony sir, enna kekamo?
Acha keka.
Okay, thank you.
Hello sir, welcome.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Thomas.
Yeah, welcome. Sir, we will have a formal welcome at 10 o'clock and then we will move to the session.
No problem.
A very warm good morning to all. Let's resume the webinar. I am profusely overjoyed to welcome you all to the first session of the day. The session is on Academic Bank of Credits and its utility, taken by Dr. S.S. Bhakar. I invite Reverend Father Deva Matha, Vice Principal of Deva Matha College, to welcome the resource person and to introduce him to the gathering.
Thank you. Good morning all. It's a great honor to have with us today an eminent personality, Dr. S.S. Bhakar, Vice Chancellor, ITM University, Gwalior, to enlighten us with a technical session. Being an experienced educator and excellent administrator, Professor Bhakar owns a noteworthy history of working in the education management industry. He is a renowned trainer in the domains of operations management, supply chain management, and research. He has to his name 300 plus citations for his research publications, conducted 60 research methodology workshops, 25 case writing workshops, and 35 plus executive training programs. He has also been conference chairman and has delivered keynote speeches for several international and national conferences and seminars. Respected Dr. Bhakar, we find this our good fortune that we have an opportunity of interaction on a much talked about topic in the wake of NEP 2020, Academic Bank of Credits and its utility. On behalf of the acquisee of the college, I extend you a respectful welcome to engage the session.
Thank you, Father. Should I start, or is there any?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Need to show my slides. So, do I have the?
Yes. Present now.
Can I show my presentations?
Yeah, present now. There is an option. You take that.
All right. Is it visible? Is my slide visible?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So before I start with my slides, let me talk about the need for academic bank of credits. Why did we need academic bank of credit, and how is it going to facilitate the processes once we implement NEP in its full range? The NEP 2020 envisages that the education will be student-centered. That means the student will be at the focus of the academic processes that the student will have to go through. And in that, if a focus is on student, flexibility has to be provided to the student in terms of pursuing his program from one department in the university to other department in the university to other universities in the country and even outside country. That means our system should align to, that is, the higher education system in the country should align to the higher education systems abroad. That is one reason why the NEP has changed the structure of some of the programs and decided different durations. Those durations like 3 years program, 4 years program, 3 years for a normal degree, 4 years for honors degree or research degree. The basic requirement for going for PG, etc. Now all that have been decided to align the Indian education system to international education system, keeping the inherent benefits of the Indian system. Now, NEP requires that a student should get flexibility to pursue different courses in his program. Say a student opts for BBA degree. Now, for BBA degree, there are basic requirements for completion of credits from the program itself. That means there is a curriculum for the program, and that curriculum, some basic credits have to be taken from there. But the student has flexibility to complete credits from on different courses outside that department. That means the multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary approach would need to be embedded in the system within the university. The student can also acquire these credits from outside the university or institution, higher education institution. Those credits would also be acceptable. In fact, to the tune of 50 to 70% of the credits can be earned by the student from outside the higher education institution from where the student has registered for or taken admission in a degree program. That means the student has so much of freedom that 50 to 70% of the credits earned outside the higher education institution will also be included for recognition of the credits earned by the students towards the degree offered by that institution. Right, so this system requires that there has to be some depository wherein these credits earned by the student will be deposited. Because whether it is interdepartmental system in the university or a higher education institution, or it is between universities, the credits earned by the student will have to be available in a central depository so that the student is not hampered by or not restricted by the decisions taken by individual higher education institutions. Now, this central depository of credits is called Academic Bank of Credits. That means any credit earned by the student will be deposited in the academic bank of credits. And these credits can be accessed by different higher education institutions for the purpose of awarding degree. That means a student which have earned the credits from different institutions would be accumulated, and a degree can be awarded. And they can be used for transferring from one to the other institution, one department to the other department, and so on. Right. So this is the basis of starting academic bank of credits. Now we will see whatever I have spoken, they will also be part of my presentation, because I just wanted to begin with this so that we have a frame of mind in which whatever information I provide will get into in a systematic way. So we were starting the presentation. As this system, academic bank of credit, is going to deal with credits, we need to understand what a credit is. Okay, an academic credit system, or what is an academic credit system? Academic credit system is a standard used by universities to measure and assess students' work and effort during their bachelor's, master's, or PhD program. What it means is how many credits the student has earned indicates how many week hours the student has spent on that program. As we progress, I will tell you how those credits are counted. It is important to understand how credits work and how credit points from one academic system are converted to credits from the other credit systems if possible. Now, since this is to be understood, so I would tell you here, in Indian system, we understand 1 hour per week spent on contact class, and a contact class, 1 hour contact class has 2 hours self-study associated with it. That means 1 hour contact class per week will result into, for a semester system, will result into a credit, 1 credit. That means if for a particular course, if there are 2 hours spent on, or the classes, 2 hours classes are held in a week, contact classes are held in a week, it will become a 2 credit course. If there are 3 hours, 3 credit course. 4 hours per week, 4 credit course. And these contact hours are counted for theory. 1 hour is counted as 1 hour, and for practicals, 2 hours are counted as 1 hour. So this is how you count the number of hours spent on a particular course by the student, and that gets converted into a credit. 1 credit, 2 credit, 3 credit, and the courses get that weightage, that 1 credit weight or 2 credit weights or 3 credit weights or 4 credit weights, depending upon how much hours are allocated to that subject. Contact hours are allocated to that subject per week. Right, so this is what credit will be. So that means credits indicate how much work the student has put in to get a degree, master's degree, bachelor's degree, or PhD. Every subject would have the credit hours, credits, and all the subjects combined together would indicate the number of credits earned by the student towards the degree. And there are norms that a student must earn a basic number of credits for the award of different degrees, be it bachelor's degree, master's degree, or PhD program, generally specifically for the course material, PhD course. 2 most relevant academic credits for international students. What we are talking about here is that the students can not only earn credits here, they can also earn credits outside India, and whatever credits they earn here will also be counted towards degree in the other countries, and whatever credits the student earns outside country, they will also be counted towards earning the degree in India. Now, this is going to happen. This hasn't happened yet. Recognition of credits earned outside India, the other way around is already accepted. That means credits earned in India, if you want to pursue a degree in, say, a European country or a US, those credits are counted. But the reverse has still to happen. That means credits earned by the student outside country, whether they will count towards earning a degree. Now that will have to be embedded. Now the flexibility has to come in black and white. Semester credit, so European credit and American credit system. These are the two credit systems. Although there is a slight difference, but the process these credit systems work is similar. Only the number of contact hours for a particular course are different. In European credits, generally 24 to 30 credit hours are considered important for completing a course, whereas in US it is about 16 to 18 credit hours. That would count towards a course. So that difference is there between European credits and American credits. What is an academic bank of credits? Academic bank of credits works like a bank. So in bank, we deposit money or we withdraw money. In academic bank of credits, we deposit credits and we can withdraw credits. That one is, it works like a bank, and that is why it is named Academic Bank of Credits. It is an academic service mechanism as a digital virtual online entity. That means there is no paperwork required. It's totally digital. Established and managed by Ministry of Education, that is central government / UGC, combined together to facilitate students to become its academic account holders. That means a student can open account in a academic bank of credits, but only the students of a higher education institution which is a member of the academic bank of credits can only open the account. And students studying in institutions that are not members of the academic bank of credits cannot register on ABC. And it will pave the way for seamless students' mobility, because nobody can then stop a student from moving from one institution to the other institution for pursuing part of the degree or full degree. Now, a formal system of credit recognition, credit accumulation, credit transfers, and credit redemption to promote distributed and flexible system. What is there is through a formal system of what it means is that this credit accumulation and credit recognition, they or recognition towards award of degree depend on a particular higher education institution. That means how many credits would be required to get a particular degree depends on the university. The university decides that these many credits would be required for a particular degree. Once that has been set, the academic bank of credits take care of the credit recognition, credit accumulation, credit transfers, and credit redemption. Now, what we understand what credit recognition is, that every institution would accept these credits exactly the way they have been earned. Credit accumulation is a student can earn credits from different institutions, they will be accumulated in his account. That means from different departments or different institutions, whatever credits the student earns, they will be accumulated in his accounts. Credit transfers, that means inter higher education institution credit transfers would take place when a student wants to move from one institute to the other institute. And credit redemption. Credit redemption is done for the award of degree, diploma, certificate course. course certificate, etc. Once you have redeemed your credits, those credits cannot be utilized again. That means if you have earned some credits and say you have redeemed your credits for the award of diploma. Now, when you go for a degree program, these credits cannot be redeemed again, right? So that means that diploma, whatever benefits you get, because you already got a diploma in your degree program, that would be considered. But these credits, once redeemed for diploma, would not be redeemed for the degree. Now, that is the system that is used. So redemption will be only once. And after that, those credits would be, once redeemed, they will not be available to the students for an award of any other degree or certificate program or diploma. What does ABC want to achieve? What are its objectives? And that is the foremost objective, is to promote student-centric learning, learner-friendly approach. That means the whole education system would now become student-centric in higher education across the country and enable more interdisciplinary approach in higher education. Since there will be a requirement of student to go through some basic courses and to get a degree, and then there is a flexibility that a particular proportion of the credits student can earn by adopting or by going through courses offered in other disciplines. And therefore, the approach now would be more interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary. To enable students to select the best courses, combination of courses to suit their aptitude and knowledge thirst. You find that some students are more comfortable with, say, mathematical subjects. Some others are not. But in a degree program, when we have today, there is a basic requirement of number of mathematical subjects the student has to clear, and the other subjects. Now, if a student is not very good at mathematics, he can opt for number of subjects other than mathematics, maybe in other departments, other schools of studies within the university or in a higher education institution, other departments, and those credits would also be counted towards the degree. There is a basic minimum credit requirement from that course. That means a curriculum that has been decided for that course. Within that curriculum, that flexibility would be provided. To permit students to choose a pace for their studies along with the associated logistics and cost, the academic bank of credits provides flexibility to the student to leave a program at any given time, because the credits earned by the student would be preserved in the academic bank of credit, and the student can rejoin. However, there is a periodicity attached to it. 5 years and 7 years. These are the two periodicities. 5 years for any credit that has been earned at any given in any of the semesters by the student after completion of whatever number of years the student has completed. That means when the student leaves a program and when the student wants to rejoin the program, the total time elapsed should not be more than 5 years. Then the credits would be preserved. And that means the credits preserved could go up to 7 or more years, because a student might leave a degree program after first year, second year, maybe even after third year. That means 5 plus 3, 8 years. So some of the credits would be preserved for 7 years plus. That means 8 years. To allow students to tailor their degrees or make specific modifications, specializations. As I said, that beyond basic minimum credits to be earned from a specific set of courses, the student has flexibility to choose courses that are outside the domain or discipline. So a student has flexibility to accumulate programs or credits from different streams or specializations and then accumulate his degree. To enable multiple entry, multiple exit, I talked about that the student can enter a program at any time and leave a program at any time. He may leave after, say, first semester. He might have earned few credits. Those will be counted. He might leave after 2 semesters, first year. Again, whatever credits he has earned would be counted. See, right now, a student can only leave on completion of different years and not within a year. And if a student leaves within a year, then whatever credits he has earned in a previous institution are not counted. As soon as ABC is functional, those credits would be counted. So a student can carry whatever credits he has earned even in part of the semester that is studied in one institution can be carried. In fact, as I said, that 50 to 70% of the credits can be earned outside higher education institution. A student can continue pursuing his degree from one institution and can earn credits from different institutions, and then finally those credits can be accumulated and degree can be provided by the institution in which the student had taken admission for that degree program. In fact, under ABC, the student has to take admission in not only the student has to be provided admission not only in degree program but also in a course. That means for every course, the higher education institution has to decide number of seats, because if the students can move and decide which program they will pursue, the number in a program can get really large and unmanageable, and therefore there are norms for that as well. And also the fee is decided based on not only the program fee but also course fees, so that a student who is earning different courses from different institutions can pay those fees for those courses in those institutions, and that the fees towards those courses would be reduced from the institution wherein he is pursuing his degree. So these will have to be adopted by all higher education institutions as soon as we become part of ABC. To support procedurally the teaching learning activities to happen in a distributed and blended manner. That blended means a student can also do courses that are offered online or through distance learning mode. Those will also be accumulated in the number of credits that the student has earned towards offering degree. So that also is allowed under ABC. So a student can do his degree in a blended manner, although there will be a limit on how many courses a student can do in online mode or distance learning mode to consider the degree as a full-time degree. Manner through integration across campuses, universities, autonomous colleges with increased mobility. How is the ABC organized? ABC shall be a digital virtual online storehouse. It is a storehouse entity of credit data, base of higher education institutions with students as its stakeholders. That means higher education institutions will have to be members of ABC, and individual students will open account in ABC, and only those students who belong to the higher education institutions which are members of ABC can open accounts, right? So that system would be followed. ABC shall be established on the lines of National Academic Depository. That was already existing before the start of ABC. National Academic Depository, in which we can deposit all our degrees, diplomas and so on, and we don't need to carry our degree diplomas in physical form. That was already existing. So it is established on these lines, the ABC, as a special purpose vehicle, because National Academic Depository was for depositing all your degrees, certificates and diplomas and PG, PhD, etc. Whereas, and other certificates also. ABC would be a special purpose vehicle because it will be depositing credits and also mark sheets and degrees. So it is a special purpose vehicle that way. It shall have a dynamic website providing all details of ABC, operational mechanism for the use of all stakeholders of higher education. ABC shall be a bank for academic purposes with students as account holders. As I had said that students will open accounts, just like you open an account in bank. The account would have a specific number, account number for the student, so that the student can operate it. And student will also get standard operating procedure so that the students don't make mistake. A variety of services including credit verification, credit accumulation, credit transfer, redemption, and degree authentication. Degree authentication because degrees would also be preserved in ABC. So degree authentication will also take place through ABC. ABC shall not be by itself a degree awarding. That means ABC cannot award degrees. Even if all the credits have been earned by the student and they are accumulated in ABC, ABC cannot award the degrees. Degrees will be awarded by higher education institutions as per the norms that have been decided for the award of degrees by them. So there is no power vested in ABC to award degrees. It is supposed to hold only credits, and once the degrees are awarded, it will hold that degree. It will preserve that degree so that the verification can take place through ABC itself. ABC is select as the empowered body by UGC MOE to provide authenticated records of credits earned by students from approved higher education institutions. So it is a empowered body, and that means officially all those credits would be accepted by all the higher education institutions. Organizational structure. The credit required as well as essential components of study for award of any UGPG degree or diploma would be decided by the institutions, universities or institutions. Now, if we know what NAP is going to do, we know that there will be no affiliated institution to any university by 2030. That means all institutions would be degree awarding institutions in India, or all higher education institutions would be degree awarding institutions. So when we have that system, that means all these programs will be as defined by universities, or we will call them as autonomous institutions. So, or by the autonomous institutions participating in ABC scheme. ABC shall provide to each of the student the facility to open an account, unique individual academic bank account in a digital form. Each account holder would be provided with a unique ID and standard operating procedure, as I talked about. ABC shall deposit credits awarded by approved higher education institutions for courses pursued therein. In whichever higher education institution the student pursues courses, they will be accumulated, they will be credited in ABC account of the student. The validity of credits for award of degree, diploma, etc. would be as per UGC MOE guidelines and norms defined for time to time. That means how many credits or till when the credits are valid, etc. And from where the credits are valid. ABC shall not accept any credit course document directly from student. Now, this is important. All credits will be credited by the institutions in the student's account. And it is not the student who can deposit those credits in his own account. Right? The student will not be able to operate his account for the purpose of depositing credits, or in fact for even redeeming credits from his own account. The accumulation of credits and redemption of credits would be done by the higher education institutions. Student would have no power there. The major function of ABC are registration of HCIs under the ABC scheme, opening, closure, validation of academic accounts of students, and credit verification, credit accumulation, credit transfer, redemption of students, also promotion of ABC among stakeholders. Now, this is important because ABC is going to start now and unless it is promoted vigorously, the adoption of ABC will not be enough, or not among masses. So it is important that it is done. Courses undergone, as I said, online courses also will be acceptable towards the credits earned. The functions of ABC are not limited to only online or distance learning courses. All existing and futuristic teaching learning models would be accepted. It will be an amalgamation of all of them. And it will also consider credits that a student earns through theory and practical separately, if they are offered as separate subjects. Theory may be offered as separate, sciences and engineering, etc. You find there are theory subjects and there are practical subjects. So credits earned in theory and credits earned in practical could separately get accumulated. The norms in respect of the curriculum content, curriculum transaction, educational technologies for the courses offered, their timing, continuous evaluation methods, attendance and novel methods of assessment shall be as decided by the higher education institution, registered higher education institution. Till now, we will also have affiliated colleges till 2030. So affiliated colleges can also do that through the university to which they are affiliated. In fact, the affiliating university would get these colleges or institutions affiliated, admitted in ABC. Since the credit earned in ABC can be redeemed later in life and will have to be kept for long durations in the interest of the student, the validity of these course credits earned has been decided, and it will be a maximum period of 7 years or as specified separately by ABC. In some programs which are longer in duration, this 7 years can be extended. As I had said, that once the student leaves a program, then the credits would be available to him. That means re-entry would be available to him for 5 years. And this 7 years can get extended because if a program is of 5 years and a student leaves in the 5th year, then 5 plus 4, 9 years. That means these credits would have validity of 9 years in that case. But 5 years from the time the student leaves a program and re-enters. That is important. While ABC shall encompass all higher education programs coming under the preview of UGC, professional degree programs under engineering, medical, dental, law, etc. shall be included under ABC with the due approval of appropriate statutory regulatory professional council. In fact, engineering programs have already been included. Management programs have already been included. Medical, dental, law, the process is going on. So they will be included in due course of time. The ABC shall also facilitate the credit recognition and credit redemption process for students who may choose all 100% courses as per their choice. Now, this is also, again, it was never there in India. That means a student can do some courses of engineering, some courses of sciences, some courses of liberal arts, some courses of management, some courses of even education, some law courses, and so on. And then the minimum required credits for a degree program, he will get a degree program. That means all the programs, they may not actually fulfill, that these credits may not fulfill the requirement of a specific degree. But when the total number of credits are such that they are equivalent to what is required for a degree, the student will get a degree called Bachelor of Liberal Education, BLE. Now, this is the degree that the student would get if that means if a student does not understand a few courses at all, he can leave those courses, and if by leaving that, if he doesn't qualify to get a degree in that domain, he can get Bachelor of Liberal Education, and which will be counted towards all the competitive examinations that require a basic degree for appearing in those examinations. For all those examinations, this Bachelor of Liberal Education will be considered as a basic degree. university, and who can participate in academic bank of credits. Till now, the eligibility is Naac A accreditation. That means a university or a higher education institution which has Naac A accreditation can only be become member of ABC. Whatever are the accreditation statuses of individual programs that are offered under that higher education institution. That means if an institution has a number of programs, they may not, individual programs may not have any accreditations. But if the whole institution has a Naac accreditation A, all the programs that are offered by that higher education institution become eligible to be admitted in ABC. That means all the credits earned in all the programs offered by that institution, the ABC would accumulate the credits for the students pursuing their studies in different programs in that institution. The second important part is that a higher education institution may have AA accreditation today, but may lose that accreditation in the next round of accreditations. If that happens, the higher education institution would no longer be eligible to be a member of NBA, Academic Bank of Credits, ABC, and will be removed from the membership. However, the students who have accumulated credits during the period till when the higher education institution was a member of ABC would remain stored in ABC, and the student will be permitted to get those credits redeemed, transferred to different programs. So students would not lose even if an institution loses accreditation. Now, this can create a lot of problems. One, till now, less than 10% higher education institutions have A grade in India. So 90% institutions are in any case outside the ambit of ABC today, if we count. And that means what will happen to the students who are pursuing different degree programs in these institutions? They can neither move from these institutions to higher education institutions, which are part of ABC, nor they can recognize the credits earned by the students while the HEI was member of ABC. That means students studying in these institutions would have that restriction. In fact, students studying in Naac A accredited institutions, which are part of ABC, would also not be having those opportunity to get those credits redeemed in the institutions that are not part of ABC, because those institutions would not be able to access the credits accumulated or credit account of the student. So this is a very serious flaw, and there's a serious discussion going on in this direction, and I'm sure in due course of time there will be new norms which will probably allow majority of the institutions to be part of this ABC. Unless that happens, ABC will not be able to serve the purpose for which ABC has been established. The participating HEIs of different categories should get approval of respective statutory bodies like Governing Council, Syndicate, Board of Management, Academic Council, etc. to be part of ABC. That means when you are registering for ABC, or when you want to take membership of ABC, you need to show that the higher education institution need to indicate that the proposal to be part of ABC has been cleared by the highest statutory body of the higher education institution, be it Governing Council, be it Syndicate. I mean, these are different names that are used for the highest body: Governing Council, Syndicate, Board of Management, Academic Council, etc. The participating higher education institution would be required to give admission in individual courses, as I said earlier also in the beginning, that the institutions would have to give admissions in not only degree programs, they will have to be careful in giving admission to different courses, because in those courses also, not more than 20% of the overall specified number of seats in that program, okay, would be allowed in that course. That means if the program has 60 seats, a particular course run within that program can accommodate 60 plus 20% more. That means 12 more, 72 students, and not more than that. So each higher education institution shall be permitted to have the provision of a maximum of 20% supernumerary seats only for each course over and above the sanctioned seats of a program or course, and also subject to ratification by the concerned statutory regulator.
Hello, Bhakar sir. Hello.
To the other institutions, and it will also have guidelines and standard operating procedures for the students to utilize the facility effectively. That means the ABC SOP, though they will be provided to the student directly by ABC as well, they should also be part of the institution's website. So that
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, your slides were not displayed.
Not visible?
Yeah, at the moment it is not visible.
It is still not visible? All right. So I will have to end of slide.
You can share it, sir, now. Yeah.
I will share it again.
Yeah.
I will again share it. Is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible, sir, now.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about this, that website has to have these the information that is required, the website of the higher education institution. How it is going to be implemented? ABC is essentially a credit-based, highly flexible student-centric system. The participating higher education institutions will have to amend their rules in terms of course registration, course requirements. See, right now, course registrations are not there. There are semester registrations and there are registrations in the program. But course registrations per se in Indian higher education institutions are not followed. The other countries like USA, Europe, etc., they follow this course registration process. And there is a limit on the number of students that can be registered in a particular course. And you would find there are queues for some courses and there are very few students who are interested to opt for few courses. Now that part would also start as soon as we start implementing ABC. And course requirements acceptance for interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary courses. That means in the curriculum itself, we will have to indicate, because for a particular degree, we will have to have some courses that have to be pursued by the student to offer that degree. So therefore, the curriculum will have those courses plus the courses that are of other disciplines. That means the curriculum would have a list of courses that a student can take from other disciplines. Now that would be for a particular degree. And as I had said, a student would be free to choose whatever courses he wants and earn the required number of credits and get a BLE degree, Bachelor of Liberal Education. Credits to be offered to these courses, credit transfer, credit acceptance from other higher education institutions, nature of grades to be awarded, etc., with the approval of the statutory bodies like Governing Council, Syndicate, Board of Management, etc. Now, because it will all be now credit-based, and we've been following in number of institutions percentage of marks and divisions. Now, all that will have to go. It has to be based on credits now. So therefore, they may have to amend. The institutions which are right now not following credit-based, choice-based credit system will have to move to that. The participating higher education institutions in AB scheme will enable students to build their degree as per their choice across the country. That means student can pursue courses from any institution within the country, but certainly within the limitations of the registered university's overall broad curriculum, credit structure, with the flexibility of allowing students to acquire credits from courses registered with other institutions for up to 50 to 70%. I talked about in the beginning that a student can pursue up to 70% of the total credits that are assigned to a degree outside a higher education institution. That means a student taking admission in a particular institution, in a particular program, can earn up to 70% of the credits from other institutions and still will be awarded degree by that institution in which a student has registered for degree. Right, so that means only he has to earn at 30 to 50% of the credits from within a higher education institution. And those also are not required from the same department in which the program is listed. A student can undertake some courses which are multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary in nature in other disciplines of the university. And still he will get a degree for which he has enrolled in the higher education institution. ABC as a SPV, special purpose vehicle, shall maintain a dynamic online directory of HEIs which satisfy the eligibility criteria. Naturally, so that the students can all time see from which institution, which are the options available to the students once they've registered in one higher education institution. And that institution is part of ABC. Each of the ABC registered HEIs shall provide student counseling. See, unless the students are provided or given proper guidance, the students will not be able to understand the repercussions or disadvantages of not going to academic account or not opening academic account in ABC. So students have to be provided proper counseling, and they should be provided flexibility to move or to earn credits from outside the institution and get a degree from that institution. About the details of utilization of services of ABC in terms of credit definition, credit accumulation, credit transfer, credit redemption, I have talked about these terms, as well as opening, closure, and validation of students' academic accounts, provided their request applications are recommended through the parent university, autonomous or affiliated institutions. A student can only open account through an institution, and the account has to be authenticated by that institution. Credits earned by students would have to be deposited in their respective academic account of ABC and would have a fully defined shelf life of at least 5 years. That's what I said. When a student leaves a program and re-enters, the gap should not be more than 5 years. from the date of earning the credits or as specified by the credit awarding institutions, whichever is higher, for the purpose of its commutation for the award of any degree, diploma, certificate, etc. Once the credit is redeemed for the award of the above, it would be irrevocably debited from the account of the students. That means it will not be available for any other degree, certificate or diploma. Based on the sufficiency of overall total credits earned and types of credits earned, a student can become eligible for award of the specified degree. Types of credits earned is important for a specified degree. Once the credits are not of that type, the student will still get a degree, but that would be BLE. Right, so approved norms of HCI where the student seeks the award of degree. Building or completion of degree requirements could use the method of floating credits and transfer of credits between intra and inter institutions where the credits once used or redeemed cannot be used. Now, what it means is a degree can be built or can be completed with floating credits. Now, what are these floating credits? These floating credits are the credits that the student earns from the, say, online program or ODL, etc. No, those are floating credits. So the degree can be completed with those floating credits. And the floating credits are the ones those have not been redeemed. Once the credits are redeemed, now they are no more available. So they are no more floating credits. Since ABC scheme is intended to promote multi-interdisciplinary higher education as its fundamental purpose, the structure of courses with appropriate credit requirements can be apportioned as core courses. Now, this is how you will define courses. Some core courses have to be pursued by the student. These are going to be compulsory courses for a particular degree that the student will have to go through these courses. Core electives. Now, core electives, that means there will be buckets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A student can choose one bucket. Now, those will be core electives. And within the bucket, the courses would be fixed that the student will have to go through that. Next is open electives. In addition to the fixed electives, a student can opt for open electives. That means within that domain, the other subjects that are not part of that bucket can also be selected by the student, which will come as open electives. And he can also choose multidisciplinary subjects here. And skill enhancement. These are the courses that are supposed to be important for all programs in the higher education institution. That means the courses that would target enhancement of skills. Now, those electives can also be selected by the student. So the universities will have to have defined number of subjects under all of them, and ability enhancement electives as well, as per the approval of the statutory bodies of the higher education institution or the statutory bodies that approval bodies also. While awarding the degree awarding higher education institutions should follow norms and guidelines stipulated by UGC statutory body from time to time in terms of number of credits and duration. However, in respect of now, this is a very important part because this has never been there. In respect of time duration, a student seeking a degree under ABC scheme can actually get a relaxation of up to 1 semester, provided the duration of degree program is of 2 years or more. That means a 2 years degree, that is PC, can be completed in 1.5 years time if the student earns the required credits during that period. So the student will have that flexibility to complete that program, a program that has 2 years periodicity. The student can get this free relaxation of 1 semester at least, maximum of 1 semester, right? And if it is a duration is longer, also at least 2 years program, that means 3 years, 4 years, 5 years also will get a relaxation of 1 semester only. But 1 semester is huge, 6 months. The fee fixation will have to be done in 2 parts. One would be the program fee and the other will be. So a student we have to pay to the university depending upon what courses he chooses and what program he enrolls in. So there will be a basic program fee, and then there will be course fees. Plus, there will be some fees that ABC will charge for maintaining the student's academic bank account. Now, those fees also will have to be paid. That means the fee will be fixed by having these three components: a basic course fee, a program fee, then per course fee. That means the student is taking, suppose, 8 courses in a semester, and each of those courses will have different fees maybe. Now, those will be accumulated, plus the charges of ABC for maintaining the student's academic bank. Now, that would become the total fee that the student will have to pay. It shall be a responsibility of the university concerned, as per the guidelines prescribed by ABC, to monitor the development and operationalization of ABC program at the university level and at their affiliated autonomous, non-autonomous colleges. That means the affiliating university will have to do that for affiliated colleges. Universities shall offer the teacher staff training, mentoring, academic and administrative audit, and other measures for improving the quality of performance of the ABC scheme, and promotion of holistic multidisciplinary education with the support of ABC. Till now, we didn't have any such vehicle that could facilitate movement between different institutions by completing partial semesters, partial years of education. Now, that has become a reality now with ABC. These may be in form of faculty development programs, quality improvement programs, professional development programs, or technology inculcation programs. That means universities and institutions will have to conduct these programs to ensure that all the faculty members are well versed with who can join ABC, how the students can open their account in ABC, what operations can students do on their ABC records, what operations can be done by the higher education institution, how the credits would be transferred to ABC, how they can be maintained, redeemed, and so on. So the training has to be provided to the faculty, and faculty has to provide training to the students so that everyone knows what ABC is and how it functions, what can be done with the help of ABC. Quality assurance of ABC implementation at registered university, autonomous, non-autonomous college levels shall be developed by the university or college concerned. And this quality assurance will be the responsibility of, at present, say, the institutions maintain IQAC cell, internal quality assurance cell, for all the institutions that go for NBA accreditation or Naac accreditation have to necessarily have this IQAC. In fact, UGC has been recommending now for all the institutions to have IQAC, that we should have internal quality assurance cell in institutions, or any other structured mechanism like CQC for online education, etc. Right, so that quality assurance would be important. University autonomous colleges individually accredited by Naac at A grade level, registered for ABC and implementing ABC scheme shall upload on its website the annual reports of ABC, implemented by it and measures taken by it for quality assurance, quality sustenance, and quality enhancement. And there will be a grievance redressal mechanism for ABC, and those can go up to either you can have your grievance redressed through ABC. If you are not satisfied, you can go to AGC, and if you are still not satisfied, you can go to Ministry of Education. And at the level of each of the ABC registered HEIs also. That means higher education institutions can also redress the grievances of the students if students have grievances with ABC. Penalties for institutions that do not follow the norms of ABC, then the institutions can be removed from the membership of ABC. That is the highest punishment that ABC can give. And other penal punishments can also be given if the institutions do not follow the proper processes that have been mandated by ABC. So this is it from my side. I'm open to questions now. We probably have 5 minutes or so available to us still. So we can have some questions. 5-10 minutes.
Participants are welcome to ask questions.
You can use chat, you can use voice, whichever option is available to you. And I will stop sharing so that we can see each other. So I don't think there are any questions. So fine, we've completed this session.
Sir, we have a vote of thanks, formal vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Bhakar, Principal and all other faculty members and participants. We had a very stimulating speech and I was listening to his speech throughout the time. And when I was listening to that, few things that came to my mind is that if tomorrow one of my students is coming to me, sir, I am not sitting in your class is so boring, you are not good for anything, then what, I cannot do anything. So such a thing is going to happen. And I also felt that if you are suspending one student and then student is saying, sir, thank you, I will take my credit from another university, we are also going to be helpless. And I feel that the system in or by UGC is really great, but our students have maybe much more greater ideas of him when then comes to implementing it. And so one thing that is my worry is that just like students are given mobility, the teachers should be also offered mobility so that we can move from one university to another university, maybe 25% of our career. So these kind of things are really great. And I hope that it will be making the higher education more competitive and it also improve the quality. And we are really great that you had spent your valuable time with us today. And on behalf of internal accuracy of our college, principal and faculty members, and on behalf of all the participants of this webinar, I extend you our sincere thanks. And I hope that you will be also associating with us in future for these programs like this. So thank you for your stimulating speech, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Professor Jose. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Tony, can I leave now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me as part of this seminar. It was very nice of you inviting me to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And if there are any questions, you can always, you have my email address. You can accumulate those and share it with me, and I will always answer.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sure.
Not only on ABC, NEP, any part.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thank you all for being a part of this talk. The next session is from 11:30 to 12:30. I request all of you to join at 11:30. Thank you again.